Robert Garside is 40 years old, and he has run all the way round the world. He started in New Delhi in India in 1997 and finished his epic journey 4 years later. In the course of his run, he crossed 29 countries in 6 continents. He covered 35,000 miles and wore out 50 pairs of running shoes. He says that the worst bit was when he had to go without food for 3 days. He was put in jail in China for not having the right papers, and in Panama he was threatened by armed men who wanted to steal his backpack. But there were good times as well, he says, for example, when he was crossing the Himalayas. If you think you have achieved a world record in something really strange and unusual, like eating more pizzas than anyone else, or surviving for longest underwater, then you can ask Guinness World Records to recognize your claim. The people at Guinness World Records are not stupid. They want lots of evidence and look very carefully at it. They also check that someone else has not eaten more pizzas than you have, or survived for longer underwater. If they are satisfied, they will print your name in the next Guinness Book of Records and give you a certificate to hang on the wall at home, where your friends can see it. Guinness World Records have investigated Robert Garside's claim to have run all the way round the world. They looked at the photos and videos that he took, and at his credit card receipts and other evidence. Last week they announced that, yes, he had indeed run round the world, and they gave him a certificate. But some people, journalists and other long-distance runners, are not convinced. They claim that he made up the accounts of part of his journey. One reporter says that Robert Garside was in a bar in Rio de Janeiro at the time when he claimed to be running across the Amazon basin. Another says that Robert Garside had himself admitted that he did not do everything he claimed to have done. But the Guinness people believe him, and maybe that is all that matters. World records have been in the news this week. The England football team has had its worst ever start to the European Cup qualifying rounds. They have now beaten Andorra. Wow! But there is still a long way to go. And the world's tallest man, who comes from Mongolia, has got married. There were pictures of him and his bride in the papers this week. He is at least twice as tall as she is. I'm sure they will be very happy together. Goodbye.